Hello everyone, after a little while I'm back with another cleaning video, this time for the HP Pavilion G series. It's G6 and there's different models, but it will be pretty much the same for any of the G6s. So without further ado, first thing you always want to do is take out the battery, and with this model there's 3 screws for the keyboard. Now sometimes you can't take them out, but it's simple Phillips screws. You just make sure you undo these, because as I said, they hold the keyboard. And again, as always, put them somewhere with the battery, so you know where they belong, and make sure that you will take this apart, and you will have time to take it apart and then assemble it straight away, because otherwise you're gonna forget it. If you don't do it every day, you're just gonna forget where every screw belongs. And then you just see all those screws from the bottom. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then some of them below this this cover as well. So I'm just gonna undo them now. The ones I see. So as I said, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 screws, and then I'll get back to you with that. After you've taken out those screws, that's what you're going to end up with, and I have placed them again with the cover, which was just here, and you see the hard drive, memory, wireless card. The hard drive is plugged in with the select cable, so you can just lift it up, unplug it. Don't be worried to use some force. Now, place the hard drive somewhere safe. I'm just gonna put it here, but place it somewhere safe. You don't want to drop it or anything like this. That would be disaster. And then first screw I'm gonna take out is for the CD drive. And again, I just put those screws on this cover, and it, just so it's all together. And that's a CD drive screw. And then you just want to give it a bit of a push. If you can't, you can use a pin. Open the CD drive and then slide it out like that. Oh, it worked out now. So, and again, that's the first layer, so I'm just gonna lay it on the table and take it out. Forgot one here. That's it, and we just unplug, just undo them up. Those wireless LAN cables. These are aerials which lead to the screen, and you just want to slide out the wireless card, put it somewhere. It's attached with 1 screw only. RAM sticks, you can leave them on the motherboard actually. And there's another screws below this cover. One here, one here. Sometimes you can't really take them out, and they hold the top lid. And one for the keyboard here. And you will forget some. You can maybe tape them here, so you know that there's 1, 2, 3, or even tape them next to. Just take a paper tape and tape them in, next to the holes, if you really can't remember. Now there's not much else to unplug here, so we're gonna turn it around, and I'm gonna show you how to take out the keyboard and stuff. Alright, we're taking out the keyboard. We take a flathead screwdriver. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these kind of levers, and sometimes it's pretty hard, but you can like push them this way into that, and they stay clicked in, and the keyboard slightly pops out. So maybe make your way from the middle, and when I push it in, I put the flat screwdriver behind it and kind of erase the keyboard now. I've created a little dent, but it's fine. It's very common. And if you take more care, you won't do that dent, but no one ever complained. It's better to have a clean laptop which is working for another 2-3 years, and then with a couple of dents and dead laptop. So I'm working my way around here. Sometimes as everyone is eating with the laptop and stuff, These are harder to click in, but when the corner raises up, that's what you really want to do. When the corner lifts up like that, do it again. Just push them inside towards the screen. Yeah, there we go. Keyboard is connected with one cable. Whoa, what a mess! I actually haven't like cleaned it before. I'm showing you. That's just took it home from work, and I'm gonna clean it here, and it's very dusty. Very dusty. Just raise this up, unplug it like so. It's kind of sticky here. Someone was having some sauce or something. I'm just gonna lay it over here. I have to keep checking on the camera as well. Right, it's me refocused. Once we took out the keyboard using this, just put it up with flathead screwdriver again. There's touchpad, ribbon cable, 2 of them in this case. I just raise it up and slide them out towards touchpad. 1, another one, and you know it's written here for you. And there's only 2 screws holding this top part. 1, 2, and what I would do when I was starting doing it, I would just place them here, tape them. Even if you forget them in the future, it doesn't really matter. But again, I'll just put them here. Right, that's us. See, I forgot in all the dust, there's another ribbon cable here. That's for the power button. It's next to the fan, and again, just lifts up and then slides out. What else? There's a ribbon cable for USB ports at the side, but you don't have to unplug that now, and there's a charging cable right here, but you don't have to unplug that as well. Now hold it with the one finger down and lift the top bezel. It will click like so. If you forget some screw, if you forgot some screws, you know, it will just, you will feel it on the point. It starts like breaking on the point, so just turn it around, undo the screw again. But now I have a top lid out. I'm gonna just put it behind again. Open it all up. I hope we are still in the shot. Now it's what's gonna start happening here, so be careful. It's just gonna have a tendency to fall on the screen. So I would have to close the screen. That's what I'm doing at work. I just close the screen, undo it. But I'm gonna hold it for the purpose of this footage. And usually, mainboard is only held by one screw. And I don't know if you can see, but it's the one next to the card reader. There's a little white triangle. You undo that. Tape it on that card reader there. Tape it on here. Otherwise you would forget. And that's the only one which holds this board. I'm just gonna put it behind. I still have to keep checking the camera. Now we undo the ribbon cable with the USB. And it's already starting to raise up. There's just another cable, and then you just drag it out. That's the socket and charging cable. And until this point, actually, if you would want to replace the socket, that's how you would do it. You know, or if you would just want to replace the not working USB port on this side, that's how you would do it. So you can use this video as a, you know, for the reference. Now, see, I'm just playing with the board to see where it's still connected. There's a VGA cable here, which which we forgot. I'm just gonna put it like that. There's a little plastic bit on the top. Unplug it and put it this way. Put it aside. What else? This. And again, this SATA cable. It's from the bottom connection. Lay it like that. And again, play with it. Ribbon cable here. Next to the card reader. Just click it up. Unplug it. Undo this tape. Chuck it afterwards. It's useless. Take out a speaker. Done. And again, just gonna play with it, try to move it around. And oh, there it goes. I can take out the board. See, I'm not using any anti-static things, anything like that. Gosh, I've been doing this for years now and never had any problem with short circuits whatsoever. I'm just gonna refocus again. This motherboard out already. You can already see how it's dirty. It's just incredible. You can even brush it out now, but I'll show you afterwards how to open it. It's fairly simple now. I just took it out. Honestly, don't be too worried. Maybe get those chirurgic or surgery gloves, you know. They are rubbery. That will kind of help you. Now, place this motherboard on some cloth or something. I'm just gonna put the bottom here. And you see that the below of the main board, it's just dirty as hell. And what I'm going to use here is a Geotos rocket blower, and that's a great little air tool. Never, little tip here, never blow from the outside in. You just blow the air and all the dust inside the fan, and the fan blocks, and it will just bugger up. So never blow from the outside. You always have to take it apart. There's no other way. All this pressurized air in cans, it's just taking your money and it's not really working. So we have a main board here, and I have a cloth on the table, so it's secured enough. There's 4 screws holding on the CPU. 1, 2. This is just extending the video, but I'm just gonna try to do it as fast as I can. And I'm just gonna cut it into pieces. Already undo that. First thing. After that, unplug the fan here. I'm just playing with it, and I'm feeling that it's holding on some kind of tape. It's another annoying thing there. See? There's no screw, nothing like that. It's just holding at the tape. So you just have to don't yank it up here, because you could bend this copper pipe, take it for the fan. That's the plastic part. And here we go. There's just double tape. Put the motherboard aside. And there's usually a couple of screws. There's one missing here. But these are pretty tiny, again, just the Phillips screws. You're gonna put them back straight away, so you don't have to tape them anywhere. And it just holds on these clips. Now be ready what you're gonna see. Sometimes it's really mess. Well, I'm already inside, and let's see what we got. Loads of dust and fluff. Undo it. It's usually cat hair, things like that. Dust from people who use it on the table, on the bed, sorry. Now that's it. Now what you want to do, again, just take it this way. Rocket blower. Have a look through those ribs towards some white background or something, and you can see if some dust is stuck in these ribs, and you're just gonna blow like that. If you don't have anything blowing, you can just do it like so. Or what we do at work, we have little Black Decker Hoover, and on the point where it blows out the air, we just turn it around and blow it out on the bigger computers. You can brush this fan out, but be careful, it's magnetically connected there. So you can, just take out this. These fins are usually very crappy, so they break. Careful with them, but I'm just gonna blow it out, clean it all out, and it's all up to you how you're gonna do that. And afterwards, I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about the thermal compound here, which transfers the heat from the CPU to the copper pipe. Yeah? Right. I'm giving you a little detail here, and I simply took a toilet paper and cleaned all the excessive old thermal paste from around here. You don't want to go and scratch this ceramic top. That's the actual CPU, so you don't want to scratch that. You can clean it around slightly, but better don't use any metal, just maybe use like a wooden pick or something like that. What's more important is that you need some thermal high performance here, they say, but more importantly, you want a thermal compound, and when it's clean like that, you just want to apply a little dot. It's maybe even too much, you know, in the middle. You can get this anywhere in the UK. Here it costs about £5. I'm sure it's gonna cost $5. You guys in the States have it cheaper, so anyway, same here. I just cleaned it with the toilet paper. Now good trick about this is take some alcohol liquid if it's very hard, because sometimes it totally bakes the compound out and it's soft as a rock stone. So some alcohol liquid, apply a little bit on that, and clean it with the microfiber cloth. Works great, or just toilet paper. And we're just gonna screw it on the back, and before we do that, I'll just screw this fan back on this, and I'm just gonna place it back, and I'm just gonna quickly assemble it all. I don't know if I fit the assembly to the footage, but I'll try. First thing you always want to do when you put it back, you know, and I have that compound below, that's all clean, I have put back the fan. First thing you want to do, lay it over it and screw those screws. Don't follow, actually yes, they have it now here nicely. Follow the order, so you have 1, 2, it used to be 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, depending on the manufacturer and stuff, but seems like HP got it right here. 1, 2, and we're doing it across, so the compound, and don't tighten it up all the way, because that way the compound spreads nicely across the whole surface of the CPU. And then tighten it up, and you see again, I'm not using too much care, but I mean, they haven't done this for a long time. Make sure you always plug the CPU fan. That's like the biggest thing I forget. Once every 10 laptops I just forget to plug it, and I turn it back on and it just no air, and I'm like, oh, I have to take it apart again. Well, that's the main board. Plug it back. Plug back the fan. Don't forget about it. Now we're gonna slide it in there and assemble it. Now rewind it all back, and that should be pretty much it. Fairly easy. Take your time to do it. Always, you know, do it at once. Don't delay. Don't go anywhere. Just, it's gonna take you a couple of hours possibly, but take your time to do it with care. Otherwise you would forget where the screws belong and everything. I sometimes do forget as well. Well, that's awesome. I'm gonna just slide back in the main board and check all the cables and everything, put them like up. Rewind this video, as I said again, numerous times. Take your time, don't go anywhere. Do it for once, but do it right. I'm gonna see the nice lane there. Plug in the socket. Messing around with the USB. There's this black line. Once you click it, and it should align with the little lever on the top. There's no particular order to this. Do it as you like it. This might be out of the frame already, but here is this screw. I'm gonna do at this very corner. Don't know if it's seen. It is seen in the footage. In this very corner. Where do I have it? Here. And it's the one which has blue paint on it. If you forget the screw, not disaster. It's fine, honestly. Pull back in, ribbon cable. This is not about pressure, this is more about precision, but there we go. Plug back in the VJ cable, and make sure it's back in properly. But again, you can't really get this wrong. Should be all there. Just gonna put back in the top plate, then keyboard, and maybe we're gonna brush the area below the keyboard, because this is just mess, you know. We're just gonna brush this all out and make it nice and clean, and afterwards those 2 screws are ready. Then the keyboard slides in and then clicks back on the place, turn it around, screw it, and that's all done. Guys, thank you for watching. If you have any comments, you want to see some cleaning of the laptop, which I haven't done, I would love to do it for you, so just leave the comment below. Like, obviously dislike as well if you didn't like it. I hope I helped you, however, and just, yeah, get back to me, communication. Have a great time, guys. I talk to you later as soon as I have something else to clean. Thank you. Bye.